What's going on, everybody? This is your boy King. Oh, wait a minute. What's going on, everybody? This is your boy King Gabe here, and it's been a while, but we are here with a abnormal discovery. Yep, it's another one of those. Again, it's been a while, but here we are. And probably from looking at the picture and the thumbnail, you're probably thinking, what could possibly be abnormal about a sandwich? Well, actually in this case, it's not so much the sandwich itself that's abnormal, but it's apparently the perspective of the sandwich, or should I say the way it seemed like a lot of people I encounter are looking at the sandwich. So let me explain. Let's go into the video for you. Before we go into it, make sure you definitely like, share, subscribe. Also get some of our available books, as well as also super thanks. I said special thanks in the last few videos, but super thanks, you know, a little extra support on the video, and also on the Patreon. Sign up there, just like your boy AJ the Supreme. Oh yeah, so yep, do all that, and now let's talk about what's going on here. So yeah, a lot of you probably clicked on this, probably wondering what's the deal with that. Why am I looking at the sandwich funny? Well, let's just say, okay, so obviously this is a Subway sandwich there. So yeah, Subway's kind of who this is kind of aiming at there. Yeah. Okay, so let's take a good look at the sandwich without my big old head in the way. There's a big old head in the way. So like with SpongeBob, and stop staring at me with them big old eyes. So take a good, make sure it stays on there. Okay. So yeah, get a good look at that, and now some of y'all might look at that and might wonder what's wrong with it. What's wrong with it is the way it's arranged. Okay, look at that. You got the meat here on top. Let me. Yeah. You got the meat here on top. Oh boy. Apparently, I'm allergic to this topic. You got the meat here on top of the vegetables here. Sorry. Okay. Let's try this again. Meat on top of the vegetables. Still, probably don't get what's the issue. Okay. Let's take a look at a Burger King burger. Look at that. You got, that's a triple Whopper. You got the meat at the bottom, melted cheese on top, and then all your vegetables in the top bun. So, so the point is, this is the way sandwiches should also be prepared. I mean, look, the burger is easily prepared this way. Sandwiches should be also prepared this way. This is, I mean, not this, but that. Yep, that, and not that. I mean, oh yeah, yeah, like this, and not that. So, yeah, one reason why this is an issue. So the thing is, when it's arranged like this, when you bite into this, it's a lot. It tastes a whole lot better biting into it arranged this way. For any whatever vegetables you like, if you like the cheese, and then of course your choice of the meat, whether it be beef or chicken, or even turkey, like in a sandwich, or if the restaurant serves turkey burgers. But this is the way it really should be arranged, because it eats a lot better when it's bit into like this. Bite into all your veggies, the cheese, and then the meat. It's pretty much like the flavor. It pretty much adds the flavor to the meat. instead of biting into the meat first and then having all the stuff at the bottom, yeah, it just doesn't eat right like that. And yeah, this is the way Subway is trained to do for some reason. They they actually explained so yeah, here's the story. The other day before making this video, Christina and I, we went to Subway. We had a coupon for one of the, buy two sandwiches for, I think it was like $14.99. Real good deal. And we love Subway. We definitely love Subway sandwiches. And one thing I love more so than than the sandwich is the wraps. Those wraps are delicious. I love those Subway wraps. Them wraps, especially, a lot of flavor in it. And one thing I don't have to worry about this issue I'm about to tell you about the sandwich. I don't have to worry about that with the wraps. But I do like to sort of switch things up and get the sandwiches sometime, so I don't, get the same thing all the time. Especially with the coupon, that's a good chance to switch up. Because apparently they don't have coupons for the wraps. It would be nice if they would include that. I'm not saying they have to take away the sandwich coupons. No, that's still good. Still keep that. But it'd be nice if they added coupons for the wraps for once. Maybe like a few in there. Even if it was just one coupon for the wrap. That would be a little nice addition to the coupon palette. But anyway, so we're going in. We got one of the coupons. We're going to get a sandwich for me and her, of course, since it's two sandwiches, $14.99. So I come up there, and one thing I asked, they asked you what do you want to use, okay, what kind of sandwich, like the bread, the meat, and they do prepare it right there in front of you, pretty much sort of like going to a Japanese restaurant like Shogun, where they cook in front of you. Which even gives, as the hyenas say, give you dinner and a show, which is really amazing to see places like Shogun cook in front of you. So anyway, with Subway, they of course make the sandwich in front of you. You do now. I don't know if this is at all Subways and all parts of the United States or anything like that, but where I'm at, you can still see them put the vegetables on there, but they have this thing covering the meat and stuff, which I guess is supposed to keep stuff out from getting in their food and stuff like that. Which, okay, that can be understandable. However, I kind of wish if they were gonna do that, they could at least make the cover clear where you could see your meat still, and it can still be covered up. So that's a constructive criticism there. You can protect your food. That's good. Nothing wrong with wanting to protect your food and everything, but just get a clear cover, Subway. That way we can also see what we just like we have before you got the cover. We can see everything going on with the meats as well. I mean, you got the vegetables, you don't have them covered up there. So I'm just saying, we want to see the whole thing, So anyway, so this means I had to really, really deliver my message, not only really clear, but also really had to make sure they didn't mess it up. I asked them, for Italian herb and cheese bread. That's what I usually get, as far as when it comes to sandwiches. I may have gotten another bread sometime, but that's my favorite one I like to get, Italian herb and cheese. So, like last time I went to Subway, I got grilled chicken on the sandwich. This time I decided to get the rotisserie chicken. So I said rotisserie chicken, and I asked for them to melt some cheese on it. They got pepper jack this time. Last time I got Mexican shred cheese. This time pepper jack. And actually I did ask for Mexican shred cheese, but they ended up putting pepper jack on instead. But I didn't say anything. I just sort of let that one slide because I eat pepper jack cheese too. So I was like, that's okay. I got okay. I'll let that one slide. But what comes later, I couldn't let that slide. What comes later? So what happens? They got. I actually asked them before, as they were getting the meat prepared, before they even got the cheese on. When I did tell them like what cheese to put on there, but before they even started getting that together, I also added in there, and also, so make sure when you make sure the meat is at the bottom, and all like the vegetables, when y'all get to the vegetables, all that's on top of the meat, don't, not at the bottom. I don't want it looking like this. I want it to look like the way a burger does, all meat at the bottom. So I explained that to them. They kind of, lady that was working there, sort of had to go over it a little bit, just a little bit, just to make sure she understood. That's no problem, because I mean, you do want to get the stuff right. So yeah, it's good. As they always say, good to ask. You're not understanding some, ask questions. Make sure you're getting everything, all your information right. If you gotta ask questions, do that. I have no problem with you asking me questions. That's good. Because I do want the stuff done right. So we got that through, and got it heated up and everything. Then they put it on the sandwich bread, on the sandwich bread, and I didn't really notice this right away until they got all the vegetables on there, which the vegetables I usually like to get on my sandwich is spinach, tomato, and green bell pepper. And believe me, the one that I definitely like the most is the spinach. That is the best way I eat my spinach, is on Subway sandwiches. Yep. They gonna think that's the meat spinach. So yeah, if I don't see that spinach, I ain't gonna get no sandwich. I'm gonna go somewhere else where they got spinach. I'll do another Subway. Yeah, I gotta have my spinach. As my dad said, get your green vegetables. So yeah, that's the big green vegetable there. Yeah, you got green bell peppers too, but that spinach is the big hitter there. That's the big star of the nutrition on my sandwich. So yeah, make sure they have that spinach, green bell pepper, tomato. Well, I really wish they would bring the seasonings back. Only thing that they have as far as seasonings is salt and pepper, and Parmesan cheese. I can't hardly get it out. Parmesan cheese, and luckily I've been able to get oregano on there, because there have been times I've come there and they didn't even have the oregano, but lately they've had oregano, so that's good. But they usually have a whole lot of other different seasonings that's really good. They're little herbs and stuff like that that's real good to go on the sandwich, and they've taken a lot of that out for some reason. I have no idea why. Don't know what the deal with that is. So I don't know. It takes so much stuff away. It's not even just Subway. Stuff just getting taken away in general. It seems like when you like something, they take it away. It is other restaurants sometimes, and like they took away TGI Fridays. And it was another place they took away. It was an Italian place that they took away that Christina and I went to one time, and after that one time, it was gone. And I remember back in high school, they took away TGI Friday chicken quesadilla rolls I used to eat back in high school. I've eaten that when I first started at Pines Road Kroger, and eventually I think after I got out of high school, they took that away. So yeah, a lot of stuff gets taken away for some reason when you start liking it. It's weird. So yeah, they got all that, all the vegetables, the seasonings, and everything. And just when they get ready to, and when they put the sandwich together, that's when I noticed it was looking like that. Now, of course, I didn't have onions and all that on it, but yeah, it was looking like that. The meat was on top of the cheese was on top of the meat, because they had to melt the cheese on the meat. So that's always going to be on top of the meat. But they had the vegetables under the meat, arranged like that, with And I was like, wait a second. That I said that does not look. I was like, I specifically asked before y'all started making it to make it like the way you do a burger with everything on top of the meat. So it was actually the lady that I, made the request to about, everything on top of the meat, just like you do a burger. But it was the guy that went to putting it together after she got, it out of the microwave or toaster oven, what they heated up with. It was the guy that went to start putting the vegetable stuff on, he put it on the wrong side of the meat because apparently he didn't get the memo. And when I made that known to him, the lady came over and was like, oh, and realized what happened. But he was like, no, we can't just do that like that. So to avoid comfort that night, and like I say, I really appreciate this. Like I said, honestly, I know the guy's name, but like I said, I'm not gonna call out the names on here for privacy's sake. But I really do appreciate the lady for this. He was like, look, usually, normally when stuff like that would happen, usually they would just toss the sandwich or something like that. But she said, nah, I'm just gonna make a new one and just eat this one. Say I was really like I say, they really treated that. So and one thing about it, that's definitely a good sign of, when you're, if something, if your customer got a certain way that they want something, yeah, and you're able to do it, then yeah, do it. Just like, even at like at the grocery store, something that you're able to do to satisfy the customer that they really want and that they're looking for and stuff. Do it. Now, of course, like I say, if you can't, if you're not able to do it, like say they like something they're looking for, and you don't even, and maybe at that moment you don't have it, and I mean you can't give something you don't have, so that's understandable. Yeah, I mean they're probably a little disappointed, but I mean that's all you can do. It's not much you can do there. But yeah, if you're able to, yeah, please do that. Yeah, you'd never be like, oh well, we can't now say, because for one thing about it, I specifically had asked for that sandwich a certain way, and like one of my bosses say, no, you're gonna do this over, because hey, look, I get it, and like I get it too. Sometimes I messed up on something, something that wasn't done right, and I was like, oh man, but I had to go back and redo it. So yeah, that you just got to do it. So the lady took it, put the other one aside, and we redid it there, just the way I had asked, just like how you see your burger, all the meat at the bottom. She did it just like that, and then so everything was cool. Everything was cool, but apparently the guy seemed like he had a kind of an issue with this, and like I said, I've actually talked. It's I've been in this subway several times, and this guy would always be there every time that me and Christina go in there, and we haven't had an issue with this guy before. He's usually real nice and everything. No, hey, how you doing? What's up? And then sometimes even passed a few words with him and everything. He's been a real cool dude lately. But for some reason today, I don't know what was going on with him, or maybe which really I feel like that should not have been. I mean, I just wanted it a certain way and I want it redone. But yeah, he really seemed like he. I mean, okay, I can understand him being a little aggravated about it. Having to redo it. Because I mean, I get. None of us like it when we mess up. I mean, it is kind of frustrating. But yes, but okay, now she's getting your coworker is getting it corrected now. So, okay, chill out. He was as she was getting it prepared stuff, he was going on talking about no, it's like nobody eats it that well. Excuse me? I was like, well, I asked for it like that, so I guess you're trying to say I'm nobody. I really hate when people talk like that. Talking about nobody does this or everybody's like that. With that whole what they sort of like when you stereotype certain things like say people like me, all of us like chicken and stuff like stuff like that. Just any stereotype in general there. All y'all do this and all y'all do that. And nobody does that. Yeah, or nobody. Yeah, that really irritates me to hear that said, because somebody that walks in and it's the opposite of what you're saying everybody is supposed to be or not supposed to be. What are they? So yeah, he was really. It wasn't just minor frustration. He was like just had a really bad attitude with this there. Like I say, this was not something I've normally seen of this guy. In the other times I've been in there, but he had a really bad attitude about this. It wasn't supposed to be that way. Okay, like I said, I wanted it like that. So, what's the problem? Yeah, and honestly, this is the abnormal discovery about all this. Honestly speaking, why is it that this arrangement, like you see with the burger, why would anyone, or that anybody, not saying everybody does, but why would any person like this guy find this a weird arrangement for something like a sandwich? Why would So this is what Subway's trained to do, and and apparently doing it this way is weird. What is weird about this? This is the way. This is actually a normal arrangement here. Yeah, only difference is it's just with a sandwich. So yeah, matter of fact, there are sandwich. Matter of fact, they even show. This isn't even a bird. This is a sandwich formation. Look at that. Bread, turkey, onion, bacon, lettuce, cheese, tomato, mayonnaise, and bread. Now there's only one little difference. Usually you put the cheese on top of the meat all the time because of the fact, it melts on there. Now, okay, there's some cases maybe you don't melt the cheese, because I've seen some people eat it with, without melting the cheese, but still, it usually would go better on the meat. But like I say, I'll let that kind of slide, because in general they got everything on top of the meat. So I'll let that little minor detail slide on that one. But they even show you that way with a burger. And then, like I said, that's usually the way the cheese is supposed to be. Then all the vegetables on top. But again, I'll let that one slide. But yeah, everything on top of the meat in general, that's the normal setup there. And I honestly don't get why the burger setup would be so strange to people. Yeah, so it's kind of in a way, this abnormal discovery isn't actually something of me. It's actually something that really should be a normal thing, but for some reason there are people out there that find this strange, and it's so strange to them that it just really bugs the heck out of them. Don't know why. So yeah, that's pretty much what I get. That's why is that so strange? But yeah, definitely sandwiches. Show it again. sandwiches should definitely be like the burger. This is the way. This is the way sandwiches should be. Like this, not that. Yes, no. Yes, no. That's the way it. Yeah, the burger side is the way it should be, and that's just. I mean, it's just it. It's just how. I don't know any other way to tell you guys that. I don't know why you would. Why any other way would be of the norm. So yeah, what's gonna happen next? Anyway, that's it for my abnormal discovery, and like I say, like, share, subscribe. Definitely get some of our available books, including Yamiya 1, and also special super thanks, as well as also Patreon support, just like AJ the Supreme. So do all that, and we'll see y'all in the next video. Please just like your burgers, eat your sandwiches right. Take care, everybody.